Hi everyone, it's Emma, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to crochet these super pretty flowers. These are another really great way to use up scrap yarn, and they're really simple to do. I've made these ones using up some mini skeins here. This is all hand dyed sock yarn. It's all 4-ply, and I've used that with a 3.5mm hook, but you can use any yarn that you like for these. Just remember to adjust your hook size accordingly. You'll need to know how to crochet 3 different stitches for this pattern. Don't forget that I'm based in the UK, and therefore I use UK crochet terminology. To make these lovely flowers, you'll need to know how to crochet a UK double crochet, which is equivalent to a US single, a UK treble crochet, which is equivalent to a US double, and a UK double treble, which is equivalent to a US treble. But don't worry, because I will pop all of that information down in the description box below, and I will go through how to work each stitch as we go along. To get started, you'll need to take the yarn that you're planning to use for the centre of your flower, and we're going to form a slip knot. You can do that however you prefer. And we're going to pop that on our hook, and we're going to create a chain circle to work our first round into. So we need to chain 4 and 4, and we're going to join that together into a circle by popping our hook into the chain furthest away, grabbing that yarn and pulling it through, and then pulling it through again the loop that's on the hook. And then if we give that a bit of a wiggle, it should open it up nicely, and you should be able to see the centre of that circle there where we're going to be working our stitches. And of course, if you prefer, you can substitute this with a magic ring. For round 1, we're going to work 12 double crochets into the centre of this circle. Remember, I'm using UK terminology, so that would be 12 single crochets in US terms. To do that, we're going to chain 1 to begin, and then we're going to insert our hook into the centre of this circle, grab the yarn and pull it through, and grab the yarn and pull through 2. So once more, insert our hook, grab that yarn and pull it through. We should have 2 loops on the hook, grab that yarn and pull through 2. So we've just worked 2 stitches. We need to continue and work 10 more. So 3, 4, 12, and we need to join that together by popping our hook through the top of the very first stitch that we made at the beginning, underneath both loops of the stitch there. Grab that yarn and pull it through, and pull it through again to make a slip stitch, and that completes our first round. For round number 2, we're going to work into each one of these stitches twice using the same stitch. We're going to chain 1 again to begin the round, and then we're going to work the first stitch into this space directly underneath the chain. We're going to work a double crochet, and then we're going to work another double crochet into the same space. And that makes our 2 stitches, and we're going to do that all the way around. So into each one of these stitches we're going to work 2 double crochets. So at the end of the round you should end up with 24 stitches in total. And I'll continue working my way around now, working 2 stitches into each one of these stitches from the previous round, and then I'll come back and meet you at the end, and I'll show you what you need to do to finish off round number 2. I've worked all of the way around now, and we're going to finish off round 2 in exactly the same way as we finished round number 1. We're going to find the very first stitch that we made, which is here, and we're going to pop our hook through that stitch, grab the yarn and pull it through, and then pull through the loop that's on our hook. And that completes our first 2 rounds using this first colour. And now we can snip that yarn and get ready to join our next colour to begin the next 2 rounds. Once you've cut the yarn, you can just pull it through like this, and that will keep it nice and secure. And we're going to take our second colour. I think I'm going to use this nice peachy colour, and we're going to join our yarn for round number 3 using a standing stitch. And I have a full tutorial on standing stitches if you want to take a look, but they're really easy to do. We're going to pop a slip knot on our hook, the same as we did before, and we're going to go straight in, working a double crochet into any one of these stitches. It can be any one around. So take your hook with that loop on it there and pop your hook into any one of those stitches, grab the yarn and pull it through, grab the yarn and pull through too. And we've just worked our first stitch and also attached the yarn nice and securely. What we're going to do now is chain 2, and we're actually going to skip 1 stitch and then work into the next stitch along. So here's our next stitch that we're going to skip, and here's the next stitch along. So we're going to pop our hook through there, grab that yarn and put it through, grab the yarn and pull through too, and that's our second double crochet. I'm going to chain 2 again, skip the next stitch and work into the next stitch along with another double crochet, and we're going to do that all the way around. So we'll chain 2, skip a stitch and work a double crochet into the next stitch around, chain 2, skip 1 stitch and work a double crochet. I'll continue working my way around now, and I'll come back and I'll show you how to finish off round number 3. I've just worked my final double crochet, and now I need to chain 2, and then to finish off round number 3 we're going to join to the very first stitch with a slip stitch, and we're going to leave this yarn attached because we're going to continue working round number 4 in this colour. And what we're going to do, I'll just bring one of these a bit closer so you can see. All of these spaces here are the chain 2 spaces that we've just created in the last round, and we're going to work several stitches of different heights to create this lovely petal into each one of those spaces. So to get started, what I'm going to do is slip stitch into this next chain 2 space here. And we've got quite a few different stitches to do now, so I'm going to walk you through it nice and slowly. We're going to chain 1 first of all, just to get started, and then we're going to work a UK double crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Next we're going to work a UK treble crochet. Remember, that's a US double. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that same space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. The next 2 stitches are going into the same space, and they are going to be UK double trebles. These are the same as US trebles. We need to yarn over twice this time, insert our hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you might just need to keep pulling these to the right hand side a little bit to make sure you've got enough room. So we've got another double treble, yarn over twice, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So now we've created our tallest stitches, and now we're going to work our way back down again, and we're going to work a UK treble. So yarn over just once this time into the same space, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And we've got one more stitch to go into this same space, and that is a double crochet. So insert your hook, grab that yarn and pull it through, grab the yarn and pull through 2. And that has created our first petal. And all we're going to do now is work our way around and do the same thing into each of these chain 2 spaces. So I'm going to walk you through the next petal once more. So we start with a double crochet. Then we need to go and work a treble crochet. This is all into the same space. So we're working our way up the stitches now from shortest to tallest. We need to do 2 double trebles. So we yarn over twice for those. And that's our double treble. And yarn over twice and go straight into our next one. That's our 2 tallest stitches. Now we need to work our way back down to the shortest stitches again with a treble crochet. So we just yarn over once for that. And to finish off this petal, we need to do a double crochet. And that's 2 of our petals completed now. So we'll do one more and then I'll leave you to complete the round. So we start with a double crochet, a treble crochet, and 2 double trebles. Yarn over twice for those ones. There's our first double treble. So we'll do our second one and then we're going to start working our way back down the sizes. Okay, that's our second double treble. We'll work a treble and we'll finish off that petal with a double crochet. And then we'll just continue all the way around, working the same stitches in exactly the same way into each one of these chain spaces. So I will leave you to continue adding petals and I'll do the same, and then I will come back and show you how to finish off your flower. I've just finished working my final petal and you should find that you have 12 petals altogether. To finish that off, we're going to slip stitch into the very first stitch from the first petal that we made, which is here. So that will be the top of the double crochet. Grab that yarn and pull it through and pull through again to make a slip stitch, and then you can just snip that yarn and pull it through to secure it, and that completes the flower. So as you can see, they're really easy and simple to do and they don't take much yarn at all, and you can create some really pretty effects with them. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I would be really grateful if you would like and subscribe, leave me a comment and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in future tutorials, and I will see you all again soon. Take care everyone, bye.